Breathing apparatus, firefighter turnout gear, hoses and nozzles. Those are the type of items 6 local fire departments across the state will now be able to purchase thanks to more than $1 million in federal grants.
Auburn is one of the departments that will receive money through the Assistance to Firefighters grant program. And as News Center Maine's Raya Wooten tells us, that money will help those departments with the most critical and basic needs.
So this is our supply line. Again, that's carrying water.
Firefighters at Auburn Fire Department.
These are varying sizes of attack hoses that you can see have the nozzles on them as well.
Fumble through this hose closet daily, rushing to stock fire engines before the calls start coming in.
You know, this is a different hose manufacturer than this is, for example.
Fire Chief Bob Chase says it's like searching through a sock drawer filled with mismatched socks, and Deputy Chief Matthew Fifield agrees.
When we go to reach to the sock drawer, so to speak, and we're often finding hoses that could be many years old that don't exactly line up with the quality or the type of construction that we see on the newer hoses.
Hoses and nozzles that all operate at different water pressures and that have different friction losses, the smallest details that firefighters have to remember.
It adds stress for sure. That operator now needs to remember what pressure they pump this given line at to get maximum results. And that could result in us having confusion and not being as effective and efficient as we'd like to be in getting the right amount of water to the fire.
Confusion that Chase believes will be resolved once the department purchases standardized hoses and nozzles with new funding they and 5 other local fire departments receive from the Assistance to Firefighters grant. Each year, fire departments need to replace equipment that's been damaged, especially hoses. Fire engines carry between 3,000 and 3,500 feet of hose at any time.
But we don't even have a full truck's worth of hose in reserve at this point. So
it's basic equipment and vital, but hard to update and replace with the limited money departments get through their respective city budgets, making this round of grant funding critical for local fire departments across the state.
It's really important because otherwise there's things like hoses and nozzles that keep getting put off.
Chief Chase says the department is looking for the most cost-effective equipment, and they could have new hoses and nozzles within the next 6 to 8 months. In Auburn, Raya Wooten, News Center, Maine.